presents the DCTV 4-H evening news program for Tuesday, October Trace 2017 with camera people Nicholas and David, video engineer and producer Eduardo, sound engineer Eduardo, teleprompter and prompter Mayra, with news anchors Hannah, meteorologist Daniel. This is news director Senora Juanita, the fastest mouse in Mexico. And now the news.
You're live.
Hello. Good afternoon and welcome to the DCTV 4-H evening news and weather program. Help keep our kids' news show on air by becoming a what? Good afternoon and welcome to the DCTV 4-H evening news and weather program. Help keep our kids' news show on air by becoming a sponsor. To buy a sponsorship, just call 970-677-4119. This story is from the Cortez Journal. Police officer credited with saving baby's life. A Durango police officer is credited with saving a baby's life last weekend while responding to an unrelated call. On Sunday, Corporal Juan Gallegos was dispatched in a town apartment where a man armed with a knife was threatening suicide, according to the Durango Police Department's Facebook page and Chief of Police Cameron Asval. While Gallegos was waiting for backup, a dispatcher said the man had a torch and was threatening to burn down the apartment complex. Gallegos ran into the building and just as he contacted the man with the torch, a neighbor in the complex frantically ran up to Gallegos saying her baby was choking, according to the Facebook post. He told the person, the suicidal man, I will be right back, went up there, called the medics, and then turned the baby over and did the Heimlich maneuver. Asval said the baby started crying and the officer handed the baby right back to the mom, and that then went and handled the gentleman that was in the medical crisis situation. Absolutely, he did save the baby's life. The chief said, Gallegos talked to the man who was threatening suicide about getting help, and the other officer took him to the hospital. All in a day's work, Asval said. We are happy to say that the baby is doing very well thanks to Corporal Gallegos. Quick response in administering first aid, the Facebook post said. Keep the story in mind as we go on to the next report, and remember that good things do happen. This following story is from the Cortez Journal. Sniper in hotel kills at least 59 in Las Vegas. Gunman purged on the 32nd floor of Las Vegas Hotel Casino unleashed a hail of bullets on an outdoor country music festival, killing at least 58 people as As fans of thousands of concert goers screamed and ran for their lives, officials said Monday. It was the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. At least 515 others were injured in the Saturday night attack, authorities said. SWAT teams using explosives stormed into the gunman's hotel room in the sleek gold-colored glass skyscraper and found that he had killed himself, authorities said. He had as many as 10 guns with him, including rifles, they said. There was no word on a motive for the attack. Aaron Rouse, the FBI agent in charge of Las Vegas, in charge of Las Vegas. The investigator saw no immediate evidence connecting it to an international terror organization, despite a claim of responsibility from the Islamic State group. Mayor Carolyn Goodman and President Donald Trump condemned the largest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. Country music star Jason Aldean was performing Sunday night at the end of the 3-day Route 91 Harvest Festival in front of a crowd of more than 22,000 people. 22,000 when the gunman opened fire from inside the 44 Mandalay Bay Hotel and casino across the street. The gunman was identified as Stephen Craig Paddock, 64, of Mesquite, Nevada. He had checked into the hotel room on Thursday, the authorities said. Police said he was a retiree with no criminal record in the Nevada country where he lived. Paddock's brother, Eric Paddock, who lives in Florida, told the Orlando Sentinel, "We are completely dumbfounded. We can't understand what happened." Sheriff Joseph Lombardo said authorities believe it was a lone wolf attack, and the U.S. Homeland Security Department said there was a specific credible threat involving other public values in the U.S. This story is from the Huffington Post. Rescue underway for injured climber in Lime Creek area. A search and rescue operation is underway in the Lime Creek area of the U.S. Highway 550 north of Durango. It was an injured climber, Tom Brecker, a La Plata County search and rescue said the 25-year-old man fell while climbing, injuring his ankle. The climbing area is off Lime Creek Road, about 35 miles north of Durango, between Coal Bank and Moles Passes. Breckner said that the ankle injury does not appear to be too serious, but requires the man to be lifted out of the area. An earlier version of this story misidentified a search and rescue member who had spoke with the Herald. Aren't we fortunate to live here in our four corners where people care about each other and put themselves out to help others. We feel really bad about the Las Vegas news happenings and touch us all, even if we don't experience them, and our hearts go out to those who are suffering. But let's take what comfort we can by the two previous acts of caring and count our blessings that we live here among us many good people. Now here are dumb laws. dumb laws in Arkansas. It is strictly prohibited to pronounce Arkansas incorrectly. The Arkansas River can rise no higher than the Main Street Bridge in Little Rock, as laws provide that school teachers who mob their hair will not get a raise. Any man can legally beat his wife, but not more than once a month. Alligators may not be kept in bathtubs. And now for the weather with Daniel.
Current temperature is 67 degrees. The high for today is 69 degrees, and the low is 35 degrees. The wind has been between 1 and 10 miles per hour from the west. Gusts have been up to 20 miles per hour. The barometric pressure is at 29.98 inches and is falling. The humidity is at 26%. There's been no hundredth of an inch of moisture measured today up by the DCTV weather station. Moisture for the month is 0.07 inch. Moisture for the year is 7.56 inches. Now here's the big map. There is a small area of snow from Idaho into Montana and Wyoming. There is rain following the northwest edge of snow and extending into California. Yeah. More rain from New Mexico and Texas runs into Wisconsin and through Ohio. Another area of rain is along the coast of South Carolina and Georgia and southern Florida. Now for your exclusive DCTV 5-day forecast. Wednesday, partly sunny, high 66, low 49. Thursday, partly sunny, high 73, low 40. Friday, partly sunny, high 73, low 40. Saturday, sunny, high 67, low 37. Sunday, sunny, high 70, low 38. Now for our climate change CO2 report. Carbon dioxide is one of the principal causes of climate change, and it is important to report the CO2 weekly change. CO2 traps heat in the atmosphere, which causes climate instability, resulting in significant swings worldwide of moisture and hot and cold temperatures. The following are the CO2 numbers in parts per million. For the week of October 1st, this week 402.77, last week 403.6, 1 year ago 400.70, 10 years ago 380.74, 50 years ago 319.31. Thank you, Dr. Peter Tanz of the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration and Malcolm McGee of the CO2 Earth website for this information. Remember, you can help keep our kids' news show on the air by buying sponsorship. To buy a sponsorship, just call 970-677-4119. Thank you. Now back to our news director.
This is your news director, Senora Juanita Gonzalez, the fastest mouse in Mexico. Thank you for watching, and good night.